Fire Emblem Awakening, Intelligent Systems' last-ditch effort to make the series profitable. We all know the story. Since this could have very well been the last Fire Emblem game, they decided to throw in all the shit they wanted to into it. Customizable avatars, downloadable content, marriage, and a whole bunch of callbacks to previous games. So yeah, I could talk about the different items from other games they added, the spot pass teams that feature a shit ton of other characters, or even how Valm and Elise were just future versions of Valentia and Arcanea respectively. But no, I have somewhere around 10 minutes to burn. I might as well spend it talking about anime PNGs. So the DLCs, I can't speak for how good they are since I didn't feel like spending more than double what I bought Awakening for to buy them, but from the 4 I played, they're alright. I mean, you can unlock Mo Howard, so it has to be at least decent. You could recruit a whole bunch of old characters from previous Fire Emblem games through these DLCs. Don't get too excited though, it's mostly just lords and story important characters. But the cool thing about these guys are that they all have art that's made by a lot of different professional artists. So really, this video is just me dropping my opinions on the art and little tidbits of info about it. Overall, the actual art's pretty good. I mean, they're all drawn by professional artists, so you'd expect them to be at least decent. What kills the character art for me is some of the character designs and how it looks next to Awakening's art direction. You see, pretty much all of these guys have outfits that reflect Awakening's classes. Don't get me wrong, I can see why people would love these designs, but something about Swordmaster Seliph doesn't look right to me, man. Don't let me make you think that all of these are bad though. Some of these are genuine improvements over some of these characters' designs. I think I prefer Lynn's Awakening design over any of her iterations from over the series. It just seems like a natural evolution of her design, keeping the more iconic parts of her with the long cloth thing, these strings coming off of her, the legs, I guess. Heck, even the fuzz on her outfit can be seen as animal pelts since she came from a tribal place, but that's stretching it a little bit. I feel like some people over at Nintendo agree with me though, since her Awakening design is shown off in Smash Ultimate, and her promotion design in Warriors is almost exactly her Awakening design. Katarina is also 150% cooler than she has any right being now. Although the Tactician's jacket is badass enough to make anyone look cool, so maybe that's not entirely fair. Well, almost anyone. Paula and Katria look pretty cool too. The whole Falcon Knight and Dark Flyer armor makes them seem a lot cooler than they actually are. I also really like how Marth wears the exact same clothes as Lucina to really drive home the connection between the both of them. Although they do look pretty stupid on them. Although I don't think giving characters Awakening's designs really works with characters like Leaf. I have a feeling he was made a trickster to diversify the DLC classes a little bit, but is anything about this guy a trickster? I haven't played the games he's in, so I have honestly no idea. He just doesn't seem like it to me. I just want to talk to the guy who gave him the elf shoes, though, and ask why. I also get that Echoes probably wasn't a thought at this point, but Alm and Celica's designs look so strange next to their design in Echoes. Celica looks like a kid, and I don't think I like Alm's bowl cut hair. Points for keeping the dick flap though, that was very important in the grand scheme of things. A few more small things. Est looks really funny to me, but that's entirely because of her art style is so different compared to Awakening's art style. Ike looks like a twig. They did Erica pretty dirty. They stuck her in a wedding gown while everyone else gets cool armor and shit. Oh, we gotta show off the bridal class. Bullshit. Give Erica a huge fuck off sword. Because that's totally what she's known for, the swords. The very last thing, these DLCs did Eldigan even dirtier than Erica. While everyone's out here getting new outfits and designs, the geniuses over at IS decided they spent too much money on artists and just used Eldigan's old art for his DLC. So yeah, Seliph and Leaf are living in 2012 while Eldigan is still back in 1996. But anyway, like I said, a lot of these artists are actually professionals that's actually done their fair share of things. I'm going to talk about a few I thought was interesting, but go through and search for yourself. A lot of these guys have done some other work in Fire Emblem for Heroes and for the Cypher card game. So yeah, go wild. You know what Fire Emblem needed more of? Street fighting. Yeah, S might have looked familiar to some of you. She was drawn by Kinu Nishimura, who's a character designer for a few of the Street Fighter games, and she does a lot of the art for the series. See, this is why I mentioned at the beginning that this art is awesome, because Nishimura is a really talented artist. It's just her style really sticks out against Awakening's art style. This one's probably more well known, but you know how Celica looks like a great value brand Pyra? Well, there's an actual reason for that since they were designed by the same guy, Masatsugu Saito. Raka Awada, the artist for Mikaya, has also done some works for Fate's Grand Order, acting mainly as a character designer. Fate's Grand Order isn't something I'm too familiar with, but I know some of you weebs watching this eat that shit up. Plus, this joke from my 7-Eleven video sorta comes full circle in a strange way. Okay, lightning round because I don't have a lot to say on these guys. Alm's artist, Hakan, has done some work for the Trials of Mana remake that came out a while ago. Marth's artist, Senri Kita, worked on the Samurai Showdown series as a character designer. Roy's artist, Kimihiko Fujisaka, was a character designer for Nier Replicant and whatever the hell a Drakengard is. Lin's artist, Shiro Miwa, has done work as an illustrator for the Ruby manga if you're into that stuff. Emfrem's artist, Kotaru Yamanada, hasn't done a whole lot of notable stuff, but apparently he's worked on this weird Fire Emblem manga. The main character's name is Al, this is real. And finally, Katarina's artist, Yusuke Kozai, is straight up just a character designer for Fire Emblem Awakening. I feel like it's kind of cheating when part of your collaboration effort is just the guy who's already done most of the illustrations, but hey, what do I know? He's also done some work for both Pokemon and Xenoblade, acting as the designer for Lynx and the Toxtricity line, and as the character designer for both Agate and Aegon. Evangelion. Hey, like I said though, everyone here is a professional artist, so go digging for yourself and you'll probably find some other cool shit they worked on. That way, you can be at the guy at the party explaining how the same person who made the Toxtricity line is also the same monster who created Victor. A few more small things I wanted to mention before I wrap this video up. So, I didn't even know that half of these characters were in the DLC until I started researching for this video. I got the idea from the art of Fire Emblem Awakening, and the book doesn't even show off all the DLC characters. They can spend thousands of dollars to add every single support conversation in the book, but they can't spare any more to add the rest of the DLC art. Pathetic. And I also really like how one of the DLC packs is also called Smash Brethren in reference to PlayStation All-Stars. It's pretty cheeky, I like it. Although they have Lyn in this pack, which is technically the truth, but they leave Ike out for some reason. And yeah, with that I have officially exhausted all that I have to say about anime PNGs. I'm surprised I dragged this out as long as I have, in all honesty. But hey, at least now I'll never have to worry about wearing anything as horrid as whatever the fuck Leaf's wearing. What the fuck am I wearing?